So today's channeling is about someone, and it is a message that is delivered, or it is being delivered by someone who passed away. You might or might not have a direct connection with this individual, which means you might not have direct kinship with this individual, but it seems like you're being seen from afar, from the other side. And this, I'd like to call him or her, I'm not quite sure. I'd like to call this individual a beloved past one, because this is the way they ask to be addressed. And this energy, this person who are no longer with us here, and I mean by here, like in life. Yeah, it's like the formed life, you know, and they passed on to the formless life. And they seem to deliver a message about someone, or deliver a message to someone who is, I'm hearing suspecting. So maybe you are suspecting, you're questioning if you are an oracle or not. I don't want to get into what is an oracle, who is an oracle, what that entails. Because the most important part of the exploration is the insights that you gain by yourself, the wisdom that you gain by yourself. That's the part that will be most dear to you, because you gained it with your hands, metaphorically speaking. So it seems like a message about someone who's recently has stepped into a certain life path, or come into a realization about their life path. And I've been shown the Hermit card, if it means something to someone. I actually encountered the Hermit card through another reading for a friend, and it popped up quite frequently before that, a bit after that, preceding that. But I do feel that it is meaningful for a lot of people, even if they are not, even if their zodiacal sign is not Virgo. And it could be, I'm not quite sure, maybe the card itself is associated with another sign, maybe, historically speaking. I don't know why I'm getting into history right now, so maybe this is something that you've been researching, because maybe you're trying to get into the nitty-gritty details. Is that how they call it in English? You want to get into the details of your life's mission. Maybe you call it mission, which is totally fine, you know. I don't recall the last time that I called my life path mission. It's not that I don't relate to it as a mission, it's just I've gone through a lot of humbling experiences that I no longer associate anything grandiose with my life's purpose, which can be true or untrue to other people. It's all legitimate after all. So back to you, an oracle. So you've stepped into your life path recently, courageously. You've done your research. You've come into a realization in regard to who you are. Yeah. And you've managed to silence lots and lots of noise around you, because as soon as I stepped into your space, suddenly the neighbors got loud, even though it's evening here, and in evenings in my neighborhood, it's generally speaking, it's quiet, it's serene, until something extreme happens, you know. But in general, at this time of the day, it's serene. So maybe you've actually, it's not maybe, I'm tapping into someone here, someone's energy who've managed to silence a lot of noises. I mean, the noises could still be very much there, but in your inner experience, you've managed to silence them. Could be people, but stepping into your purpose, researching, knowing, you know, realizing who you are as an oracle. Maybe at first you had a shock, you know, you felt shocked. Maybe you felt overwhelmed by the amount of information that is out there, which is something I could totally relate to. But there's an activation here, there's an opening. If activation doesn't suit you, this is totally fine, but it feels like there's an opening here for someone, a rewarding experience. You know, you've got to the stage of the rewarding experience of knowing oneself. Sunflowers could be of importance to someone. Maybe you've started to feel some tingling around your throat, and maybe also you've been feeling really emotional as you've been in your feels, maybe about something specific, but that specific thing, that little thing that maybe you were occupied with, mentally speaking. Yeah, it could be something little, you know, a memory maybe. Maybe it was a memory of something, of someone, of a place. And it just inspired you emotionally to larger and larger spaces of thyself. And it's amazing it's amazing how far our emotions could get us. It's really amazing how much far we could go further with our emotions, or utilizing them in our journey. I'm seeing a lot of violet color. So, I've heard someone recently saying, maybe you've been working with a violet flame. I don't know what that is, but it's coming through. Yeah, there's a feeling like I'm tapping into someone here who is very knowledgeable, self-knowledgeable, if that's a term. Self-knowledge or self-aware, but it's not just mental awareness. It's not just, perceptive awareness. It's way beyond that, which is something very, very beautiful. And I know a lot of people have been talking about the feminine principle, and I feel like I do feel like that it is important here for that oracle, because the feminine principle teaches us about the hidden aspects of life. It occupies itself with the hidden aspects of life, and it occupies itself of the mechanisms through which one can reveal these truths and these hidden aspects, So maybe again back to the hermit mode or the hermit energy, or maybe you've been isolating yourself recently, and when you decided to come out to the so-called real world, you've come to the realization that certain people can no longer be there in your life, or that they willingly decided to, maybe cut you off or ghost you, or even if they, I'm hearing originally stayed there, in your life, they still felt or still feel, I'm feeling this present moment feeling again, they still feel suspicious in regard to what you do. I don't know if you're a reader yourself, a channeler, a psychic, with all these labels. Maybe you decided to do something with these gifts coming online. Because I do believe that some gifts, get dormant within our psyche throughout our life, and due to certain experiences and circumstances. But I'm tapping here into someone's energy who is very courageous, and they no longer feel ashamed in what they have to offer, what they've got to offer the world. So maybe if you do something daily, an energy work that you do, if you do daily, this is an indication of something that that you should do outside of your personal space. I mean, you could still do it for yourself, but there's a call, and I do believe, I love the word called or calling. In Arabic we say nida, you know. There's a call to widen your space, so it can invite others who can relate to your experiences and to your gifts of expression. So this is someone who is very expressive. Could be an artist or have some affiliation or some kind of, maybe they just adore art, art is a medium, they say different mediums of art. So I do believe that some artists can be mediums. And by mediums, I mean I'm hearing eligibility. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it's like the ability to see spirits and to conjure energy in a way that pleases beings on both sides. So you've been doing something that is very pleasant to the people, individuals, and on a wider scale, beings, human or non-human, whom are on the other side. And the feeling of serenity comes again. They feel really serene by the things that you do. And some readers say that, not necessarily energy work could bring that sense of serenity to different types of beings. I mean, you could still do something pleasant in the eyes of other people, but not every act of service can transmute such an energy. There has to be an intention, and as soon as you set an intention, it gets energetic, because as soon as you set an intention, you summon energies to work with you in your process of production and expression. And again, I'm tapping into someone's energy who's very knowledgeable in regards to the, how the universe works. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're very, capable in their manifestations, because it takes time, but at least they're aware. Yeah. They are aware of the process in which their manifestation come or doesn't come, manifestations come or don't come to life. And this, deceased spirit, this spirit of an individual, beloved, passed on loved one, again, whom this is the feeling, like you don't have direct kinship with that person. They're here again to tell you that that your awareness is important, and hold on to this awareness, and that they are very grateful for your awareness. And that now that you've decided to come out of isolation, you'll have the chance to make conscious connections. Which means with the consciousness that you have, now you'll be able to make connections based on compassionate love. You'll attract, and you'll be attracted to people in the same way, whom have mutual aspirations, you know? Maybe you've had dreams recently about people that you don't know, or people that you used to know. It's about that exactly. It is about making new connections with the help of your gifts. And I don't know if the color black and green means something to someone. But we are in fall right now. It's fall right now, at least here in Palestine. It's fall season. You know? It's like this is a message of that beloved passed on individual, that this time is very sacred to you, and you already know it. You can feel the sacredness of the time, of this time of the year. You've done a lot of things, and you've been doing lots and lots of things. Just a moment, please. Yeah, the color green, shades of green and shades of blue and shades of black. To be one with yourself. I'm reading a poem. To be one with the space around you as well, you see. It's the Lifruma Healing Oracle, a deck that I've purchased years ago. I don't know if it's, I think it's no longer available to purchase, but either way, this is very important. It's like, you know, the call or a call to widen one's personal space. Like, keep it personal, but widen it. You know, it's a very specific kind of expansive energy. I'm just trying to explore if there's something else I should tap into or mention. But the number 2, 20 and 10. So the effect of doubling, you know. I'm not quite sure what is that about, but there's a feeling that, I don't know, but according to my religious upbringing, doubling quite literally meant almost always blessings. There's a blessing that comes your way when you step into your truth, into your life's purpose, into your mission here on earth. Because now you know that you are a guardian of that earth. Not a keeper of secrets. And I'm not, like, deep down I know why is that not called in this channeling the keeper of secrets, but it's for you to ponder, the most important part here is to just dive deep into what sacredness the fall is bringing you. That subtle feeling of sacredness that this season is bringing you is of extreme importance. So invest in it, not forcefully, effortlessly. Let it bring you blessings because you are worthy of them, because you courageously stepped into your truth. And that's the channeling, people of grace. I hope that was helpful, and I'll talk to you sometime soon. Blessings.